Mizamio group versus DeepSeek. Let's see which one is better. We'll run some tests to compare the Chinese and American AIs. Interesting, I usually start these tests with image generation, but that's not possible here as DeepSeek can't create images. Point for Mizamio group, which can generate images. Let's compare their deep search to DeepSeek's. I asked a simple question about Nietzsche to test their deep search speed and function. In their deep search, both show their process, which is good. We can see their sources and method. Now we can see both results. First, GRO's result. It gives key points, explains who Friedrich is, and lists his works and notes, quite thorough. He's given us conclusions and even cited sources which could be really useful for a project or fieldwork. Additionally, we then looked at DeepSeek, which also provided results, but as we can see, it wasn't as comprehensive. It listed major works and contributors, but didn't offer any conclusions or those final citations that we're often after when doing a deep search. We want more info, and it seems it's not giving us as much as it could. So another point for GRO here. Now, a new chat. Let's see how they generate a snake game, how each would work with code, and we'll test it using HTML code. It depends on how effective that programming has been. As we can see, this is the code GRO generated for us. So let's do the first test with GRO. This is the screen he created. Let's try it. As we can see, we can add apples, perfect. And if I crash into a wall, it's game over. Pretty good. It adds score shows, game over, adds tail for apples, quite well done. In fact, when I tell ChatGPT, I always say you hit walls and come out elsewhere. So there's never a game over, so well done. Plus, it's the first try. I simply gave it a short prompt to make snake in HTML and it did it. Finally, DeepSeek gave me its code. I copied and pasted it in CodePen and we'll test it. From what I see, for some unknown reason, it's not working. I don't really understand why it's not working. I'm not sure why. I asked it to do it, but it's not functioning. As you can see, I tried, but it told me it couldn't generate it. Just in HTML, it didn't even attempt it. GROK at least did try. So good effort, but it seems it can't do it. Another point for GROK. So finally, it looks like we're going to conclude, based on what we've done, from my perspective, that I think it's better. Basically, in terms of images, it can create, and DeepSeek can't even create images. Plus, with deep search, it was much more comprehensive and gave us more info, which is what we want when we do a deep search. DeepSeek was super brief and didn't even cite its sources. We can look them up, but of course having citations is much easier. Plus we have a chronological order here of the works he did and everything. And finally, for the snake game, DeepSeek didn't even make it. It tried but failed, whereas GROK actually did it. So with all this in mind, from my point of view and from what we've seen in this tutorial, GROK is significantly better and closer to an improvement than DeepSeek.